Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today with Keeping It Real with E. This is Elizabeth, and today is Monday, August the 29th. It's a very special day because today would have been my mother's earthly birthday, turning 72. So before I jump into that, first I would like to thank those of you who take the time to send me notes and comments about what you're going through with family and partners who have passed on or that have terminal illness, and you're struggling, you're dealing with depression, grief, loss, all of it. And I thank you so much for reaching out to me. I respond to everybody, as you know. I always send a personal note back, and I just want to thank you so much. It means the world to me to know that what I share when I just lay my guts out on everything that walking with my mother through glioblastoma and other things, and how much it means to each of you, to give you some strength and comfort, and that you're not alone. And that's what I've always said, and I will always say. And so, because that's what I know, and I know it. So if you're new to me, and you just happen to click on this video or this vlogging today, thank you so much. Please be sure to like, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel. So I began vlogging when my mother, last year, after a few years after my mother passed away from glioblastoma, and I was completely overwhelmed. I thought I had it all together because I was so strong and all these great things, but frankly, the matter was I was broken. I had a lot that I was processing in my brokenness and dealing with loss and grief, and I talk about it and I share about it. Okay, so today though, August the 29th is my mother's birthday. And I just want to encourage you, I want to share with all of you that when my mother passed on in 2019, in January of 2019, we had a very formal birthday party for her, if you will, just kind of in memory of her, at her favorite restaurant, and we all had her favorite foods, and it was, it was beautiful, it was lovely, and it was pretty raw, very raw still. And subsequently, we've never stopped, but they've changed. So today, it wasn't a big deal. One of my very close girlfriends who walked with me daily with my mother's prognosis and all of that, and her mother actually was one of my mom's good friends, and she passed on a year after my mom did, and I will introduce you guys to her later. But in any event, she and my brother, we all had lunch together today, and we picked one of our mom's favorite meals, which is fried catfish and hush puppies. So yes, we did that today for lunch. We had lots of iced tea and fried catfish and hush puppies. And my sister, who could not join us for lunch, she actually did tomato basil soup and grilled cheese sandwiches, which is another one of our mother's favorite things to have. And so I'm just journaling. I'm just jumping right in real quick on the foodies today, on celebrating your loved one, your husband, your wife, your partner, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your grandmother, whatever that grief, that huge void and that pain in your heart. Yes, was I weepy today in the morning? Yes. But do I stay there? No. But it's healthy and it's normal. There's always going to be things that grip me a certain way. I got dressed up today, put a little, something artsy-fartsy silk dress on today with some little dangles, and, as if mom, we're celebrating your birthday today and we're getting dressed up. And it was a blessed day. And so do that. If you're watching me and you're one of my subscribers and you're subscribing because you're walking in and through or past and you're still walking through the pain and the grief, and maybe Mother's Days or Father's Days or anniversaries and birthdays are painful. They're just literally like grippingly painful. Okay, take that, get through that, but don't stay there. And then what are you going to do to honor that loved one? Because I've always said this, and I know it for a fact because I've seen it. Eternity is more real. The spirit realm is more real than this world. I'm not talking about ghosts and all that garbage. I'm talking about eternity, and I'm talking about real life, real souls and spirits, and not in a weird way. I mean that our life is a blink, right? It's just a speck of sand in eternity of time. And we want to honor that time, right? With our loved ones that we had here, we were so blessed to have. And not that everything was always roses and hunky-dory. No, right? But so what are we going to do? So in the midst of the grief and your pain and your sorrow, what is it that you can do? They say, is it that special cup of tea? Is it that dinner? Is it that homemade lasagna? Is it chicken fried rice? Kung Pao chicken? I don't know. Street tacos? What are the things that you could do on that anniversary and our birthday, holiday? I know initially for me, and I've shared this, I would go to my mom's favorite restaurant. And it was hard, I would just sit there and I wouldn't really eat much. I just wanted to be there. And then it's graduated, it's steps. It's steps. Well, I used to go to her restaurant all the time and just sit there. But I mean on special occasions, to do something that celebrates the person that you love and that you miss. And that's perfectly normal and okay, and it's healthy to do all of this, but don't stay gripped in grief, I think is super important. So something extra special also, celebrating Mom's birthday, my mother's birthday today. So I had this fun lunch with the fried catfish and hush puppies, which is not something that I eat, but I did it for Mom, and we all did it, and it was a lot of fun. And but then later this afternoon, I heard from my girlfriend Megan. Now Megan, I've talked about her in the past because her husband is a neurosurgeon, and her husband was my mother's neurosurgeon. With all the craniotomies and the chemo wafers in the brain and everything that we went through. So I sent her a note today, and I don't expect Megan to remember my mother's birthday. She knows the day that my mother passed away, but not her birthday. And so I sent her a note this afternoon, and I said, hey, celebrated Mom's birthday today. She would have been 72, had a great afternoon or great day, and I was just thinking of you. And she said, oh my gosh, E, did you see the rainbow today? And I said, I know. So she said, oh my gosh. She sent me these pictures, and I would show you guys on my phone, except that if I try to, it's going to be a glare in the camera and it won't look right. But she sent me a picture of the most beautiful, huge, wide, glorious, bright, clear, like the colors were just gorgeous, like the blue and everything was just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And with some light coming through the rainbow, it was just big and massive. And she said, I captured this morning on the way to school, dropping off her daughter to school. And she said it was the most beautiful, brilliant, biggest rainbow I've ever seen. And she said, "Oh my gosh, happy birthday, Mama Karen. Happy birthday, happy birthday." I said, "Oh my God." So I was just like, "Mom, like this is just could not get any better." That her morning started off with a glorious rainbow, not even realizing it was my mother's birthday. And I had a great day celebrating Mom with some foodies that she enjoyed so much, and this beautiful rainbow. Not only that today, but I went to the gym and, did my little workout stuff, and I was on the treadmill doing my mountain climbing kind of walking things. They had it on, instead of having my earbuds in today, I just was listening to the music they were playing, and they had it on like all the 60s and 70s music. Kid you not. It was like Pink Floyd, Elton John, Crosby, Stills and Nash, all of Mom's music. I couldn't believe it. Well, I couldn't believe it, then I could believe it. Like, are you kidding me? I really needed this. I needed this. I did everything in my power not to cry on the treadmill because I just, I miss her. I miss the day-to-day. Okay, wait, see? I'm not going to cry. I already cried today. I don't want to cry again. I mean, and I cry for me, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these kisses from heaven. If you guys follow me and you've looked at my past journal entries, you guys know that I always talk about kisses from heaven, that I'm so grateful that how many times I've had beautiful just things happen, like songs in the store, songs on the radio, songs in the gym now. And then now, Megan has this beautiful rainbow on the way to Carline this morning. That probably would have been about 7:45 in the morning, I guess, 8 o'clock here. And it just encouraging. And so, and just a gentle reminder, kisses from heaven, that God is real, He is personal, and He is powerful, and He loves us with an everlasting love. And that's, I think I forgot to say that, the whole purpose of my journal entry in journaling is that in the midst of great grief and sorrow, that God is real. And there are so many divine appointments along the way that I'm so grateful for. My mom always said, God didn't give me cancer, He's seeing me through cancer. And, that's the truth. And so here we are 4 years later, and it does not get easier. It just gets different. And so whether it's your losses through MS or Parkinson's or cancer or whatever, loss is loss. Grief is grief. Being a caregiver is difficult. It is definitely not for the faint of heart. And yes, you will go through times where you will beat yourself up, kick yourself, the what ifs, what could I have done differently or better. These are normal things, but please don't do that to yourself, and please don't stay there, because I did that, I've done that, and it is not a healthy place to stay at. Just don't do that. Don't stay there. Please like and subscribe my channel. Follow me. I want to be a source of encouragement and blessing to you, not just through grief and loss, but just through other things too. I ended up journaling on some other circumstances in my life that I walked through in my 30s, and those were very powerful too. So thank you for joining me this evening on my mother's birthday, August the 29th. And I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for friends. I'm thankful for my husband, my family. I'm so thankful for those of you that tune in, and I thank those of you that reach out and send me your notes. It means so much to me. And means the world to me to know that I bring maybe some kind of comfort to you, and you're not alone. So don't lose heart, take courage. And most importantly, please know these are messes into messages. These are tests into testimonies, and that, God is for us. And I always say this, you know what? May the Lord bless you. May he keep you. May his face, his countenance shine down upon you in graciousness and peace. And that he is behind you, he stands beside you, and he goes before you. And I know this because he's made all of my crooked paths straight. And trust me, I've had a lot of crooked paths. So let me adjust this. This looks a little awkward. I don't know. So anyway, thank you again for joining in, and may God bless you and keep you in all of your ways. And please be sure to send me a note, like and subscribe, and I will be journaling soon. I'm a little bit of an influx. I'm not weekly like I used to be, only because I am preparing to move to Singapore. Yes, Singapore. So I've got one foot here, one foot over there. But I'm excited to walk this journey with all of you. Okay, so God bless and keep you. Good night.